It's been called a celebration of the best of humankind, and it's coming to the Providence Performing Arts Center February 21st through to 26th. That would be the show Come From Away. Kevin Carolan, who plays Claude, who is the mayor of Gander, which you'll learn all about during the show, joins me today. Kevin, thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for letting me be here.
So I know you've done a ton of interviews, and maybe you haven't been asked this question before, but how were you first introduced to the show, and what were your thoughts when you kind of first read the script?
First time I actually was introduced to the story was my father had found and read the book When the World Came to Town, which chronicles what happened in Gander. And he had read this, I would say, probably in the early, mid 2000s. When I found that there was a show that was being developed for it, my ears perked up and I was following it, My personal experience was that I was involved with another musical, Disney's Newsies, and our assistant to the director was the assistant to the choreographer on Come From Away, Richard Hines. And there was a conversation that we had, and I knew that if there was a way to get me in, I would.
Now, I've done a horrible job so far in this interview of explaining what Come From Away is, but I mean, this is centered around the immediate, the day of 9/11 and immediately following for some time, because it takes place in a small town in Newfoundland where essentially the population almost doubled because of planes that were diverted, and the housing and the food. It was one conundrum after another, but the people responded, and that's what you folks and your cast is putting forward in this play.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable that Gander had this huge airport that really wasn't being used because they used to use it for refueling before jumping to Europe, and it just sat there. So it had room to divert 38 planes with 7,000 passengers to a town of 9,000 for 5 days. And what we get to do, our 12 actors and 8 musicians, is play everybody from the town people to the plane people and everybody in between, with some lights and costume changes and a nice turntable.
No, it's an amazing, amazing performance, and it's really something unique and special. I'm glad you mentioned the musicians. As a musician, listening to the score, it really, the music really is so good. It's excellent.
The audience will come away surprised that a story like this has as much toe tapping and enjoyable music and comedy, honestly.
My wife and I are looking forward to see this come to the Providence Performing Arts Center February 21st through 26th. Tickets are on sale now. And folks, if you happen to be watching this not in the Providence area, be sure to go follow them on all the socials so you can see when they come to your town. Go see my good friend here, Kevin Carolan. Sir, thank you so much for joining me today, and I wish you all the best on the rest of the tour. We'll see you in a few weeks here in Providence.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Can't wait.